to show you today a little different video. I have been looking for quite a while for a stick foundation that is not like real oily and just it lasts. It doesn't feel like something that's going to break down right away and just kind of just feels really good on the skin. I have tried this product out a couple of times and I have liked it. Now today I'm going to show putting it on. I'm going to go ahead and kind of do a get ready with me, and then I will do a couple of updates throughout later on in the video to show you guys, because I've got to run a couple of errands and I'm going to be out in the heat. I'm going to be kind of sweating and it's very hot here today. May actually have some rain, but this is the Pure 4-in-1 Stick Foundation, and I have it in the color light. The color range is not that great with these, but it seems kind of nowadays miss with foundations. You know, the big focus has been on foundations not being dark enough, but I'm normally the lightest shade in every foundation, and I have a hard time. This is, I'm using a little sample one. I just like to keep this in here because I use the rest for my skincare. This is the Tatcha Skin Silk Canvas, and it is just really, that was a little much. It is really good for a nice base for your foundation. It is also a great additive to your skincare. I did not put it on after I did my skincare this morning because I figured I would put it on with you. You can also use it as you see I do, a lip base and a eyeshadow base. It just really, I like to use a little extra right in this area because it just kind of helps with these dry patches I have going on right now. And my under eyes have been terrible. Now I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of concealer on under my eyes. I did want to talk about this concealer because I finally found a concealer that actually works for me. This is the Glossier Stretch Concealer, and I am using it in the light color. It is out of a pot. It's a little heavier, kind of oil-based. I don't know if it's oil-based, but it's more of an oily base, meaning, you know, it's just more of a, I wouldn't say heavier concealer, but it does have more of an oily consistency than dry like some of them. I'm also going to put a little up here. I have been using this under my foundation, and I've noticed that it really helps. I have very dry, crepey under eyes, so that's why I like to do it under the foundation. If you are of more mature skin like I am, try using your concealer under your foundation instead of on top like a lot of people show you. This will really help with, I got it on my eyelash, it will really help with covering up some of the dark spotches. I have one vein that comes out right here and it drives me nuts. And for some reason with this stick foundation, it tends to stick out a little more. Don't know why. Maybe it's just me. But this is the stick foundation. I'm going to go ahead and put her on. It is a beautiful color. Now, if you see, it is a drier type consistency. It doesn't go on real oily. I like it because it's a lot closer. I do use a lot, sorry. It is a lot closer to my regular bottle type foundations, but it has a firmer formula. I do like to use it with a brush. I grab my mirror. I have a mirror on the other side, but I can't really see what I'm doing. This blends out so beautifully. And you see, it's got more of a luminous type look to it, but not really super heavy, and it blends down like a dream. It's almost got the consistency of a butter that's been out of the refrigerator for maybe an hour, where it's still got that stiffer consistency, but it's still, you know, not completely. I've been wanting to try this brush. I don't use this brush a lot, but I wanted to try it with this. This is the Kevin O'Quan the foundation brush. I did kind of splurge for this quite a while ago, and I don't really use it so much because it is a stiffer type brush. Wow, it's doing wonderful with this. I figured it would be good for this foundation. I like it because it doesn't really smear the product. It really just helps you to blend it down. And with a more firmer foundation like this, it seems to be working really, really nice. Now remember, I did put the concealer under my foundation there. I did start off with my my Sigma 4D brush that I always use, and it was doing okay. I did want to just try it with this and give you guys kind of an opinion on this. You guys have been asking me a lot about brushes, and I like to try everything from the less expensive, I hate foundation on my lips, the less expensive to the more expensive ones. This is just so pretty. I am actually doing a little more blending than normal, just because, God, it's so pretty. I feel like it went on too easy, and it does dry down pretty well. It does still transfer, so you will have to set this. Let me just make sure I didn't mess it up there. You will have to set this, and I'm going to set this today with my Beauty Bakery powder. I have been loving this powder. This is the Beauty Bakery powder in translucent, and I'm going to put that on using my fullest brush. And honestly, the Beauty Bakery powder, you only need like that. You don't need much at all. And it really just goes on so wonderfully. I'm going to pick it up. I like to kind of go a little heavier on the outside. I pack it into the brush real nice, and then I like to pat it around the perimeter of my face, along my nose and mouth, and then I just kind of put onto my face without, you don't want to drag it, especially if you're using a little heavier foundation like this. And the more full coverage foundation you use, the more you want to press the product into it. That's why a lot of the YouTubers you see using their beauty blenders for their powders, and that's because they're taking them and pressing that product, just pressing it into the skin. You see how I put more on there, but I'm just really... Now with the brush, if you want to press it in, you can put it to here. I kind of put it on. I want to even turn the brush to the side and just kind of, see how I'm just lightly pressing and rotating a tiny bit. Now that will keep you from getting that real powdery kind of crepey look out of it. You'll get more of a smooth look to it. Now you guys are very up and personal, so there's not a whole lot you're missing out of this. You can't miss much here, kid. But I just love that. I mean, I don't know if it's showing up as well over camera. Hold on, sorry guys, my camera had some powder on it. There we go. But there you go. Now you can really see how that's just really blends into that skin so nicely. This Beauty Bakery powder, I want to show you. I'm going to take this on, and I just picked up some with my finger, but look. It almost, see how it's almost like, it almost rubs in like a cream when you rub it. It's just crazy. It's a very, very finely milled powder, but when you press into it and kind of rub, it almost goes into a cream, and it's just so lovely, especially if you have drier skin that is just, you know, going to really show any product you really put on there. I'm going to go ahead and do my brows. Let me go ahead and grab my brow pencil. And I have been going back and forth between the Benefit Precisely My Brow number 3 and 4 as I throw the end off. But I've just noticed since I've added more red to my hair, for some reason, it just really shows so red on me, and I'm not liking it. I love these pencils because you can really just, I lightly go across the bottom of my hairline, following out with the tail, go lightly across, and up across the top in soft, very soft strokes. You don't have to go hard at all. I call it the, what is that? For the Patriots. You know the Patriots symbol that has the guy with the head? That's what it reminds me of. When I do my brows, I kind of do the Patriots symbol to it. And then I come up here and I just draw a couple of little loose hairs through it. Same thing on the other side. Start off with the bottom, lightly dragging across. You see I'm using very, very light pressure to this. If you feel like you're using too much pressure, pull back on farther away. You don't want to hold real close up because you're going to put so much, you see how you put pressure, and then you come back here and it's just, you can't really, try writing with a pen holding it at the end and you'll understand what I'm saying. But like I said, we're going to fill in the bottom, slightly fill in that tail. Now remember, your brows are not twins, they're sisters. You're never going to have them look identical. I always like to draw just a few little hairs through, and I always check through to make sure I've got it nicely and evenly filled in. And then I go behind and brush those up, drag the tail slightly out. But you always want to brush your hairs up. Mine don't like to stay up, but I still brush them up. Now, I usually honestly do this before my foundation because I wind up with that little smear right there. But you can always lightly wipe it away with your finger. There we go. And that's how I fill in my brows. And I always take turns looking from close up with the mirror here, and then I have a mirror right behind the camera that I always check in that one also. Now, as far as for eyeshadows today, I'm not going to get super fancy. I haven't really thought of what eye product I'm going to use. I'm just going to grab something over here. I couldn't even tell you what. I grabbed the Too Faced Festal palette. It's not a bad palette for kind of everyday use. I don't like to use this a lot for more glam type looks. But this desert vibe and this rainbow light, I love mixing those two together and kind of getting that tannish pink kind of look. Just work that slightly above my crease on both eyes. Now remember, when you're mixing colors, you want to always tap into it and then go into the other eye. I'm going to lightly go over that, and then I'm going to come over here. And the reason why I do that, but you never mix the colors the same twice when you're dipping into them. You wind up one being more peach, one being more pink, you know, depending on what tones you're working into. But that's always how it happens to me, so I always make sure to go back and forth. I do like to blend right above my crease, and then I kind of knock that corner in right there just to kind of frame up my eye. I am doing a very light look as I'm going to the farmer's market. I'm dying to get some strawberries and some blueberries. I love fresh fruit. I think I'm going to tap into this Sunset Dreams. Now this has more of a shimmer. Don't be afraid to use a shimmer in your crease. I go very lightly. This is not like a total shimmer. It's not this isn't like a frost. It's more of like a light shimmer. But I like that kind of orangey tone that it gives. Just going to lightly brush it into that and then come down here and deepen this up a little bit. Now, even though I am doing a light eye look, I do like to make sure to deepen that crease up, and I'm going to go straight in here, get that right on the tip of my brush, lightly tap it, and I'm going to come in, open my eye, kind of relax it. I'm going to dab it right there, and then I can close my eye and work it back and forth. What I did there is I brought it into my natural crease and just kind of deepened that actual natural crease up, allowing that product to come over the hood that hangs over. If you can see, when you go into here and then let your eye down, you see how it's up in there, and lightly go back and forth where you're putting the product up. So it's getting into the area that's laid over. If you make sure to get a product up in there, a nice matte powdery shadow, it will really help you with that transfer. Because a lot of the problems I have is I like to use a super shimmer or whatnot on my lid, and that always winds up transferring up into here and winding up all over the eye. Now, if I go ahead and get up in there and really just kind of matte that down in there, what you're doing is pressing that shadow in there, almost how you would press the powder into your face, and give it a nice dry, powdery kind of pad to sit on. Now, as far as for my lid, I have really been liking these Super Shocks shadows. If you have not tried these, the Super Shocks from ColourPop, run, don't walk to get them. This is, I forgot the color. I don't want to tip it over. This is Sunbeam, and this is out of their My Little Pony. Look at that. Is that not beautiful? Now, it is a looser kind of pigment. I am going to go ahead, oh, sorry. I'm going to go ahead and grab my, this is just my little flat Morphe brush. You see me use quite a bit. And I'm going to spray my Fix Plus. I'm going to get a nice little amount on there. And I always kind of dab it on the back of my hand. Not necessarily the bristles. I just kind of tap it off just so it's not, I don't want it dripping wet. And I'm going to go ahead and grab some of that product. I go ahead and layer it onto both sides of the brush, making sure it's on there lightly. See how that's on there lightly and it's not caked up? So if you get caked up on the brush, it's going to wind up caked up on your eye. Now I'm going to close my eyelid, and I'm going to do this right across the entire lid. Just giving that a nice wash of that real shimmery purple. Now if you notice, I'm not going all the way up into my crease. The reason why I'm doing that, and let me show you. If you take an easy way, if you're confused about where your transfer area is, you can take some shadow, take a nice wet shadow, and you want to lay it right here. Now open your eye and look up. Now close your eye, and you want to check up here and make sure, see, you didn't get any transfer. So you're safe. Now, to really, if you want to see where that actual line is, like if you're trying to use a shadow to really like cut a crease, you can put some concealer on your eye, open your eye, and it will leave a mark. When you close your eye, you'll have a little mark right where the edge. You just put some concealer right here across the lash line, open your eye, look up, and you will have a line right there, and you will know right where the edge of your hood is. Nikki Tutorials really shows how to do that. That's how she does all her cut creases, and she does have very lightly hooded eyes. Now, if you have more severe hooded eyes, it is a little bit harder to kind of get that in there without transfer. And my eyes are very severely hooded, and you see how there's a really, my mobile lid actually goes back in here. But if I did it there and opened my eye, it would wind up all in there. So what I do is when I open my eye, I just kind of pay attention where that stops, what shows, and I cover that. Now, if you've noticed, my eyes are not as hooded as they were a week ago. If you're wondering why, I went to Aesthetic Lane here in Orlando, and I had Botox done. I had Botox done across here and right in here. And what that is doing is it's relaxing these muscles here and relaxing these muscles here, the ones that pull your eyes down. the ones that make you squint your eyes and kind of frown. And what that does is it makes these muscles here, the ones that lift, kind of go back into where they're supposed to be instead of being pulled down by these frown lines. And it really does make a difference. Now, is it a miracle cure for hooded eyes? No. By no means is this going to overnight fix your hooded eye. As you see, my eyes are still hooded. I do have a lot more to my mobile lid now. So I am very comfortable compared to how I was before with wearing shadows, where you can really see, when I look straight at you, you can really see the shadows on both eyes. I mean, it is just a subtle peak of shadow there, but you see it. And I'm very happy with it. I am only, what is today? I'm only a week into it. I had it done on Friday. Well, not a weekend, not even a week into it. Was it last Friday? I'm under a week into it. So, I mean, it's only been, no, it has been a week. It was a week Friday. I'm sorry. It has been a week. Yeah, it was a week this Friday. So, yes, it has been over a week. I'm sorry. It takes that really, when you have Botox, it doesn't like boom work overnight. It takes a little time to really get in there and start relaxing that muscle. Because how Botox works is they put it into the muscle, and once the body really adjusts and gets it in there and works it into that muscle, it causes like a paralysis is what it is. And once that happens, you start to get the muscle to relax. Like if you have the lines here, a lot of people call them the 11s. If you have them here, I have one that comes like that and hooks out. If you watch some of my older videos, that's there. It is really, it's still kind of there, that one and that one there, kind of there, but nothing like they were before. And I'm so happy with it. I'm very, very, very happy with it. Now, the main reason why I got the Botox done is I had a headache, literally, for 2 weeks. It would slightly go away and it would come right back. I'm going to use my Park Avenue Princess set in Princess Cut. I'm just really loving this color here. And I like to use that just to kind of define that cheek and kind of run it up here. But I'm not like a real vain person, but Botox does help headaches. If you have a lot of tension headaches, you can try Botox. They do it through this area here. They can also do it across here. I've seen where they do it up in here. They do it down the neck and into this area even. And it really, really helps. Also, most insurance do cover it. Although a lot of the places that do it do not accept insurance. The place I go, I did find out, does not take any insurance. She may in the future, but she doesn't now. The woman that does mine is actually, she's in a doctor's office, but she is a nurse practitioner that does it, and she has been doing it for several years. And I am so happy with her. I did go to somebody else before. I'm going, just tapping into angle like that and just kind of deepening that up a little bit more. There we go. Got to cut down that 5 head. Now, if you're like me and you have a lot of that here, you want to kind of run that darker color right along that jawline. And you just really see how that really made that jawline pop and kind of took your eye away from this little blobicule, I call it there. Same thing on this side. You want to do it slightly above. See where here, I'm doing it right here. And that really just pulls your eye away from that. You can see I have a very nasty scar right here. My poor little face has been through a lot, unfortunately, but you know, life goes on. I wanted to ask you guys, you know, I'm always asking you guys' opinions on things and seeing if you've used products. Now, I have been using this product for a little while now, and I really do like it, but I'm wondering if it's just me or what. It is the L'Oreal Visible Lift Color Lift Blush, and that's this here, okay? I get it in the Pink Lift color 703. Now, I know it's more of, see, it's more of a cream type blush. It's not, see how it's, and it's very subtle. But what I've noticed is as I'm using it, it's just really packing down in there. And I'm just not getting that color payoff that I used to see. I'm not really getting that color payoff that I got at the beginning. I was wondering if any of you guys have tried this blush. See, it's just not really, this is such a pretty blush too. And I just love that color, but I'm not getting that payoff from it. And I have very, very, very fair skin. I don't want to rub so hard. There it goes. I popped it on there a little bit. I like that it has a little shimmer to it, but it's gotten to the point where it's just really packing down unless I really get in there and I pull that product up, and even still, I'm not getting that much. I don't know if you guys have tried this, but if you guys find any products that you would like me to try, or that, you know, you've had problems with and you want me to kind of review, I always go, I don't know why I do that. I always brush with my blush slightly over my eyes like that. It's just some crazy thing I do. And I think I'm just going to pop my usual in here, and that is Sumatra from Smashbox. Guys, if you want to talk about a product that I have purchased over and over and over again, it is the Sumatra, this eyeliner from Smashbox. I have actually purchased these in every color that they make. I wish they would come out with more. I have also purchased a few of their lip liners like this. And I'm liking them just the same. They are just soft enough that they go on to that waterline so beautifully without really a lot of disruption to the eyelid. You saw how I could just really put it in there like that. They don't really aggravate my eyes. I just absolutely love them. I do have a little bit of fallout from that Super Shock shadow. I'm just grabbing, this is actually a dry makeup wipe that I used this morning. Because I don't like to use a wet one there. But let me grab that. I'm going to grab this little brush that I did the foundation with and just kind of tap that there. I don't know if it's from the concealer with that foundation, but I'm getting a little breakup with that, and I'm not liking that look entirely. I don't know if I want to, I'm going to go back. This is the brush I had the concealer on, and I'm just going to lightly kind of tap that into there. I'm not going back into the concealer product, and this is just kind of what's left on that brush. Yeah, that kind of cleaned it up. It just looked like those two were not playing so nice together. There we go. That looks a lot better. I do have so many new products, and I'm like dying to show you guys. I just keep going back and forth with which one to do. If there's something you guys really want to see, let me know, because chances are I have it in my little arsenal down here of stuff. I am going to try, I want to try this highlighter. I haven't used this highlighter on here. This is Kilowatt, Girl Next Door, and Chic Freak. These two, I'm going to use the lighter side, which is Girl Next Door. And I'm going to use that on my Morphe 510 brush. Just getting that on the side there. Tapping her off. I like to kind of really do my highlighter looking across from a mirror over on the other side. Everybody's talking so highly of this. I'm not getting it. I don't know. Have you guys tried? Oh, I've heard great things about this, and it's really kind of forming that kind of crust on it, but I'm not getting, there's a little. It's very, very subtle. I don't want to go, let me try the other side. This is Chic Freak. See, I don't know. I think that's a little too, well, no, that's not bad, but everybody talks so highly about some products, you know, and honestly, I start wondering if they are really afraid that they're not going to get PR from a company or whatnot, as we've seen. I'm not digging that. I'm just not. I'm going back to my, kind of dust this brush off here on a dry cloth. You know, you always want to make sure to clean your brushes off, especially when you dip into a product that you're not happy with. This, I'm going into my, let me explain something to you with this Jennireviewsall. I was talking to Glamorous Beauty last night, and she said she was having a hard time getting payoff from this. And I've heard this from a lot of other people. Now, when you run your finger through it and you go across your hand, you get decent payoff, okay? You get decent payoff from it. Right there. There we go. But let me see if I can show this. You see how mine kind of has those little breakup kind of dots on it, where it looks like it's breaking up the very top fine layer. See that? There you go. See how it's kind of got a texture there? What I did is I wasn't getting any payoff either from it, and I took just a regular old big fluffy, this is like an extra big fluffy, I don't know, Morphe eye brush, and I took it and I just went back and forth. Not hard, because you see I still have my waves there. I just went back and forth like that. See how it's just dusting the product? I just went back and forth until I started kind of breaking away that top kind of, I call it crunchy layer, because it just, I don't know. Until I got through that, I wasn't getting payoff. Now look at it. See? And this is on the 510. Now, I've heard people say they've had problems with certain brushes. Now, if you have texture, let me show you another little trick. Besides coming a little farther down from where your textured area is, if you don't want to do that like I don't, I stretch this area out. See how I'm stretching that out, and get that product there, and then just kind of pat your finger across. See how you were really seeing that texture, and now that I've done that, I mean, you can still see it's there. You're not going to make the texture go away. But okay, let's do it normal here. I like to go up into the brow bone. Some people go above. I go into the brow bone and down. Now you see that texture right there? Clean finger, lift up, kind of brush in there, and then just kind of pat. I'm just tapping my finger in there. Tap, tap, tap. And what you're doing is tapping it into those creases. And you can also lift it and kind of dust it in there. Because you want to make sure you get, when you have wrinkles, you want to make sure you get them into the product. Same with the forehead. Right in here, a lot of people have texture. Same thing. Duster on, and then just kind of tap. You want a product to lay on top of your skin. You don't want it to kind of be just a mess. This is such a pretty highlighter. I mean, you can really build this one up here and just be glowing to the gods, but I am not. I'm not a glower. I'm not a glower. I'm a shower. I had to say it, guys. I had to say it. Oh, dear God in heaven. Ah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, praise the Lord. I am a little heavier on the side, but see, that is nice and pretty. Now, let me show you another thing. You're doing your makeup, say, oh my God, that is way too much shine for me. This is easier to show you on the side. Take your brush that you put your powder on. Tap it on the back of your hand. I'm not putting any new product. And just kind of tap it on there. See how that muted it out a little bit? You can do it a little more. See the difference? Now watch. It didn't really take away from it. It just settled it down to where it's more from like a glow within than it is a strong highlight. Another little quick trick. I love showing you guys my little tips and stuff because I'm one of those people that I'll put makeup on and then I will turn around and lighten that stuff right back up. I'm going to darken my cheeks up a little bit just that contour kick them a little harder. Just because I feel like my face looks so undefined if I don't really go back over it. But that's what I do. But I'm one of those people that sometimes I will get my makeup, pardon me, my makeup done perfect on here, and then I will just go run in the bathroom and I'll wash it off. I have done that so many times. Oh, this is grab some mascara. I've been wanting to show you guys this. This is my favorite color of the Urban Decay Special Effects Colored Mascara. This is in xoxo. I showed you this the other day, guys. It comes with a cream side and a special effects side. I'm going to start off with the cream side. And I'm going to go ahead and layer that into my lashes. You want to really make sure that gets coated on those lashes so you get that color. I like to lay it on top and slowly turn them. Same thing on the bottom to pull them up. Is that not cool? Now remember, this is just the cream side. I don't really curl my lashes. It drives me nuts to have that barbaric product next to my eyes. And I have been getting more into the natural side of things, especially with, Facetune. Now, I may Facetune something like, I have this little thing right here on my nose and it bugs me. And sometimes it just doesn't photograph right. It looks like a pimple and I will blend it off. So if you ever see that on there, I've kind of tapped my, picture with Facetune. But as far as like my wrinkles and my lines and texture, and you know what, that is part of what makes us individuals. Anybody can take Play-Doh and lay it flat, but it's that person that took that Play-Doh or took that clay and molded it into something that became an artist. Just remember that. Do you want to be that plain old guy, or do you want to be that guy that made that art? Because really, guys, makeup is art. And beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So do what you want. I'm going to put another little layer of this on here. I like this because it doesn't really clump up. And you see, I've dipped in twice. One for each eye. Now I'm going to dip in a second time, and I'm only going to do the underside just to pull those up. Just see how up that, just to pull them up. There we go. Just kind of give me a little lift. Now, give them a second, and I'm going to go into the special effects side, which the special effects side is kind of it's kind of like a metallic. It has kind of a metallic sheen to it, but watch what it does to the. Watch what it does to the mascara. Let me get close for you. Look at what it does. Is that not pretty? It just really gives that pop. And this isn't like most mascaras that you put this stuff on. I'm going to re-dip that side. And you don't have to keep dipping in. You don't have to lather this stuff up and just get very little payoff. I am really impressed with this. I'm an Urban Decay girl anyway, through and through. Urban Decay, if you're watching, I love your products. Yes. I hate that face. That's why I always say that. Yes. Because I make that yes face. There we go. Look at that. Is that not gorgeous? Now, who says you gotta wear falsies all the time? Do something different. Do something out of the box. Make sure this dries down. It does take a minute to dry. And it's not, that's dry now. It's not real bad about transfer. A lot of them you'll get up on the tops and you get them all underneath and you just make a holy terror mess. This one's not bad like that. Now, for lips, what should I do? I wonder, should I throw a nude? Just throw a nude on, maybe. I have been loving this color right here. But I don't want to take away from the eyes. That's the only thing. Let's not take away from the eyes today. Let's just grab... How about this? I'm just going to grab whatever I grab. Okay, this is Ken Will Want Me. Oh, Ken Will Want Me. I guess this is it's a Barbie pink. Let's try it out. Oh, that's pretty. That's not bad. This is from Makeup Revolution. This is one of their colors that they had on sale. This was $2.50. That's not bad. That goes kind of good with that color. But I think I am just going to pop a little bit of gold kind of shimmer on front. I've been liking taking a little bit of, right, I want the eyes to really pop. I'm going to grab my Fenty gloss. I'm just going to blot this off. That is it's a clean makeup wipe. It's just, I wiped some foundation off my chin earlier. I'm going to grab my Fenty gloss. This really just transforms any color into like perfect. There we go. I think that really did it. What do you think? And we're going to finish it off with, I have been liking this. I did say I wasn't real happy with these, but the Smashbox Primer Water, the Nicole Concilio collab, yes, collab, and look at my pink stripe. If you guys like this, let me know. I was thinking about doing more, but I don't want to feel too young, but it is what it is. This is the Nicole Concilio Primer Water in So Chill Coconut. Now, this is on sale at Ulta for $19. God, I love the smell of it. It does have a coconut smell. Now, it has that suntan coconut smell more than it does like a tropical drink kind of smell. But this is the look for today. Thank you guys for watching. I will put in a couple of updates and let you know how this wore through my day. I love you guys and see you in a little while. Hey guys, welcome to yet another car vlog. I love doing these. These just warm my heart. I can just sit in front of the camera, very nonchalant, and I can just shoot the shit with y'all. And I like it. Whoa, sorry. Oh, oops, sorry. My phone is bouncing. I'm on my phone, and it's bouncing all over the place. Because this thing really just has been sucking at me. But, oh well, we're not here for all that. It's a car vlog. Who cares about technology? Anyway, I hope you guys have had a wonderful week. I know I have. I have gotten me a little Botox in my forehead, and I'll tell you what, I'm really digging it. And let me tighten this up, see if that helps. Anyway, I didn't get it. Don't get me wrong. Yes, I like the benefits of relaxing the wrinkles, which I didn't really have. I just had one like right here, and they weren't real bad. I really didn't care about them, but I had these freaking headaches that were killing me. Now, if you get headaches, you understand. It was right behind this eye, like right there, every day for 2, 3, 4, 8 days. I literally had a headache. The longest headache I've ever had was 22 days, and I wound up in the hospital. I think I've told the story before, so I won't go far deep into that, but it's really actually helped a lot. This is probably the first time in my life that I woke up and haven't had a headache every freaking day. I usually wake up with a headache, and it just, as the day goes on, it gets worse and worse. I take a nap, it usually chills out a little bit, and then it gets worse and worse and worse again. Plus, I suffer from dehydration. I have other problems because of the gastroparesis. I have potassium deficiencies. I have headaches. I have migraines. Come on. I'm like tired of being sick. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. So, if it means sticking a needle into my forehead and praying to Jesus that it helps, I'm willing to try it. When things get to the point where they interfere with your normal activities, like your happiness, your, things you like to do, any of that, you have to do something about it. You owe it to yourself to do something about it. And that's just, it got to a point. I'm tired of laying on the couch and crying my eyes out because my head hurts. And I get sick to my stomach, I can't eat, then I start throwing up, and it's a nightmare. Anyway, I also did, oh, can you see it? I did a pink streak in my hair. Which, now where'd it go? It's hidden in here somewhere. There it is. I did this little pink streak in my hair. Thank God I did it right there. Somebody told me, oh, do your whole head. Yeah, don't trust people in the store. They're not out for your best interest. She told me to do my whole head that color. I'm 48 years old. That is not a good shade of pink for me. Just, I mean, not saying that being old and, you know, doing youthful things is bad, but I don't want a head full of cotton candy hair. Anyway, I'm going through a point in my life where I'm questioning a lot of my decisions that I've made in the past. I'm just kind of reflecting, and I need to stop doing this because I'm making myself miserable. I have got myself on this loop of what ifs, what ifs, what ifs, what ifs. And this all started with an email from my ex. If that wasn't bad enough, it progressed to another email from another ex. But, you know, and then I just start, you know, you question, what if? What if I did this? What if I did that? What if this wouldn't happen? You know, anyway. I try not to have any regrets in life. I really don't want to have regrets in life. I want to go out there and kick life square in the balls. That's just me. I'm a very go-getter, out there. You can also be lazy as hell. That's a whole other thing. I put it out there about you guys, thinking of a name to call you guys, like, you know, squad, fam, my Cheetos. Hi, how about that, Cheetos? Hey, my Cheetos. That's kind of cute, actually. But, you know, that doesn't have any relevance to my channel or me or whatnot. But beauties. Everybody calls their beauties. Lovies, sweeties, honeys, duties. I don't know. I mean, there's even fishies out there. Fishies and I forget what all. I don't know. Anyway, have you guys not seen what some of these people are doing? People are getting so desperate for relevancy on YouTube that they are like grasping at the craziest straws. There are channels that are normal, like vlog channels, goofy channels, doing reaction videos this week. And there's makeup videos, people doing whatever videos, you know, rock climbing videos. I mean, come on. Stick with the program, stick with what you do. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm out there. I think it's all, hey, good, go for it, be creative, be, you know, explore, try new content. I'm just going to go this way. Just try to be different. But you know what? One thing, I challenge everybody, that anybody on here that does any kind of beauty, anything, I challenge you to be real and true to yourself, and don't Facetune your damn pictures. Come on, don't Facetune. You know, people Facetune their whole video. Literally. I don't know if it's Facetune, but I know they put what do you call those, filters on their whole video. How am I going to be true to you and show you how a foundation looks on texture, how a foundation looks on wrinkles, how a highlighter, you know, how am I going to show you truthfully how something works if I'm covering it up? You can't. It will not work. I think it's just everybody is starving for more. You know, YouTube is really screwing with people's money. And I'll be the first one to tell you, I haven't made shit in God knows how long off of here. And what's crazy is I made more at 1,500 subs, yeah, about 1,500 subs than I do now. I have more minutes than I did back then. Explain. It just kills me. It really just kills me. But you know, I don't do this for the money, because if I did, I'd be insane for one, and I'd be broke as hell for the other. But I do this because I enjoy doing it. Because I saw something that was missing in the beauty community, and that is somebody mature, of mature age, somebody that has imperfections that they're not afraid to show off, somebody that is a little more outspoken and a little more willing to do this all on their own. Yeah. And not whine and cry about PR and about this or that. You know, I get no PR. None. I have not received one piece of PR since I have started my channel. I buy every last item myself. I have asked a couple of companies for PR in a roundabout way, because you can't just ask directly. I mean, I don't know why. I'm a very direct person, and I'm the kind of person that would want to say, hey, you know, I really enjoy your products. I really enjoy your company. I review all your stuff. I buy all your, you know, your new releases. I would love to be on your PR list. I would die. I would even pay to get the products early, so I could review them and get more views off of that, instead of being like the 45,000th person to review something because I had to wait for the release, even though I am right on those releases, just like Jeffree Star, just, you know, just like the Patrick Star, just like the Laura Lee, just like, yeah, boom, 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 boom. Now, if I could ask one company, just one, if I had to pick one company, and that's the only company I could ever get PR from, who would it be? Urban Decay. Urban Decay, well, I take it back, there's two. Urban Decay and Tarte. I'm like a die-hard Urban Decay and Tarte girl. More, I mean, it's hard to say because I like both of them for different reasons. Urban Decay, I love their lip products. I love their eye products. But all of them, both of them. Those are my two favorite companies. If I had to pick one, I would say Urban Decay, but Tarte is like up there. They're my other kind of. They have a special place in my heart because, you know, I went through a real rough time in my life, and makeup really helped. You know, it helped me get through a lot of the BS that I was going through, and that's just it. But you know, and I will tell you, I don't mind buying this stuff because I am able to, and I'm able to give you guys an honest review. I don't have anybody controlling my words. And even, you know, even if I did get PR, I would still give you guys the same reviews that I do now. You know, I mean, other than they may ask, some companies ask for certain key things, like they may ask you to swatch, you know, with finger and brush, or they may ask you to do a wear test. You know, there's something crazy. They may ask you to talk about the background of the company. They may ask, you know, mention, you know, stuff like that. But as far as being an honest reviewer, not to toot my own horn, but toot. I think I'm one of the most honest people as far as reviews out there. I've had a few people kind of make crappy comments, but you know, just people make comments just because they're just unhappy people sometimes. You know, I have somebody that every time I put up a video, make sure to hit the dislike button, or you call it thumbs down button. And I know it's the same person every time. They never say anything. And they probably do it because they're either A, jealous, they're just angry, they're just a hateful person, or, you know, just, some people do it just to make you question. You know? Sorry, guys. If you haven't tried this Urban Decay stuff, what is it? The, I didn't want to wipe it on me, so I licked it off my finger. It's kind of gross, but it is the Hi-Fi Shine by Urban Decay, and this is in the color Back Talk. Back Talk's one of my favorite colors by Urban Decay. Urban Decay is one of my favorite, really, it's one of my favorite companies. I don't know, I've always liked them. Just really always liked them. You know, I know that with Urban Decay, I get a product. I know it's usually a hit. I've had very few misses. Have you seen they made a powder now that it waterproofs your makeup? Not waterproofs, but it helps your makeup stay on. I guess it's water, I don't know. I got it. It just came in the mail yesterday, I believe. And I haven't had a chance to review it, but today I'm doing a foundation review, which I really had high hopes for this foundation. You'll see the video coming up. This is Pure, the 4-in-1 stick foundation, which, God, it went on beautifully, but it's breaking down over time. I've done a couple of updates, but, I mean, watch for the video. It's coming up. I have a few other videos coming up. Couple kind of cool ones. Our collab is coming up with Rob, what's her name? Oh my God. Sorry guys, I'm like, my mind is thinking 5,000 words a minute. Glamorous Beauty. My collab with her is coming up. We have had some kind of nasty storms here, and she was in a very bad accident, which she can tell you that. But she has a hard time driving in the rain due to something that happened years ago. So, look at these people having a yard sale. What the hell is that? I don't even know what the thing is. Whoa, every time I turn, my thing has a hard time focusing. But, anyway, we are trying to work on that. She can't drive in the rain, and I'm trying to get everything set up here to also give you guys a kind of a tour of my makeup area, my, you know, kind of my digs. But anyway, I am about to pull up at my house, and I've ran my mouth for 16 minutes now, but it's been wonderful talking to you guys, and let me know below what you guys think is a good name for y'all. Have a wonderful day. See you next week. See you in the next video, but I will see you in 2 days with another car vlog. I love you guys. Bye. Hey guys, I wanted to get out in the sun so you could really see how this is really actually held up pretty well, this foundation. You can't really see that great since the sun, but good God, look at that car. And there's another one just like it next to it. It's pretty cool, isn't it? But for the most part, this foundation is holding up very, very well. I'm not really settling in my lines. It's not even really breaking up here. I thought that it wasn't holding up as well as it is, but it really is holding up pretty nicely. And the color is really just perfect, and I'm pretty happy with it. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys for watching. Please make sure to subscribe and like the video. I love you guys. Have a great day. I will see you soon. Bye.